All right, everyone. Hello again. Wednesday, number 60. I'm down in the church, down in the fellowship area where we have our Sunday school classes and stuff like that. This is where we actually have our Wednesday night Bible study. We're going to have that in just about an hour. And I'm just going to do my little Hello Again Wednesday segment right here with the struggle is real. The struggle is real. The question of the day, as always, I have a question. And so that question is, what's your big struggle? And how do you plow through it? So I know as I ask the question, you can be thinking about it. You can type it in right now in the comments. If you're going to be watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe on YouTube and leave the comments of stories of the struggles you have and how you plow through it. The same thing with Facebook right here. The struggles you have and how you plow through it. So with me today, I would like you to bear with some of my struggles. First of all, and I've said this in the past before, it is writer's block. I have had writer's block, I think, quite often, and it's just one of the things that come my way is writer's block, where it is the blank page. And so that always comes about pretty often, I think. Well, let me put it to you this way. Anytime you start to write anything, it is a blank page. And so it depends on if you have writer's block or not, how that page looks very shortly. Here's one for you because of the what I do every Sunday and then throughout a long journey, and that is preaching and teaching. I've done it for a long time now, and I will admit that besides writer's block, there is sermon's block. And some of you would probably think, well, man, sermon's block. How in the world do you have sermon's block? Can't you? And I got some over there. Can't you just pick up a Bible and then there's your sermon? It's right there, already written for you. And that part might be kind of true. I will say yes too. But at the same time, you want things to be where when you're talking about it, you want people to have a listenability of your writability of the sermon that you're about to do as you're looking at scripture. And so, yeah, sometimes there's sermon blocks that come my way, and along with writing of anything, hey, maybe I challenge you. Go ahead and let's see what you guys can write. Which I'm challenging you. What can you write on your struggles? Okay, so let me continue with some more of struggles that go through my all of my scope. All right, because the title was "The Struggle Is Real." You ever go to restaurants? Now, we've gone to a few, and a couple of things as I'm thinking through this segment are now popping in my head. The first one, let me say it this way. I can remember when we're out here on the West Coast, and I remember when Steak and Shake came into Santa Monica, which is just up the road from us, came into Santa Monica, out by the pier, and like, wow, this is so exciting. And man, we packed everyone up on a Sunday or something like that. We went up to eat lunch after church at Steak and Shake or sometime like that. And when you get in there and then you are hit with, wow, where's all of the menu? And so it was like dramatically cut in half probably. And a lot of your favorites weren't even on the menu. And thus you have an understanding of what it means by Steak and Shake Express. Not that the food's coming out faster. It's like we're not going to serve as much as what we do in the Midwest or anything like that. And so that was a big struggle to go to Steak and Shake and go, wow, man, where is it that, for eating, what we want to eat? All right, the struggle is real. You know what? As I was preparing this, and I can look out my living room, or I can look out the back through the kitchen, and I can look at at a lawn that is no longer pristine. And in my head, I'm like, man, I'm just gonna fix that lawn, fix that beautiful lawn back up. And the life of a procrastinator, man, That is where the struggle is real because it's still not pristine. And so the lawn is a real struggle still. And you know what? Like every January, it seems like every January, you'll see a meme that the struggle is real. And a lot of times it will be, I will say this, where there's like a picture of a bikini versus ice cream. And now, you know what? That might be your struggle. I want to get into that bikini, not me, but I want to get into that bikini. And so thus the struggle of ice cream, it's very real. And so I'm going to put it in a perspective of my thought process for a moment. I just buy bigger swim trunks. Okay. And ice cream wins all the time, especially when you're talking about so close to January. Eggnog, ice cream galore is what it was. And so the struggle is real, though, on that situation right there. Get bigger swim trunks. I'm a guy. Okay. Just kind of getting close to the ends of the struggles here. I was looking through some pictures and stuff like that, like things where, like some images for an opening of the bit and stuff like that. And as I'm scrolling through all these struggle things, this comes up, and it's quite often that you hear something in the struggle realm, scripture-wise. I do, at least. And that would be found in James chapter 1. And I'm going to do both. It's basically verse 2, but I'm going to go all the way to verse 4. Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow. For when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. And I'm like, oh, wow. I know I've preached on it. I've read it quite often. But in reality, you're like, wow, definitely. I mean, with the struggles or troubles that come your way, it's an opportunity for joy. Yes. Is it difficult? Yes. Is the struggle real? Think about it. Joy versus trials, joy versus troubles, joy versus struggles. Yeah, the struggle is real. But I also saw one that says the struggle is real and so is God. And that's how I go with it there. One of the ways that I plow through my struggles is taking in things from other people, hearing their opinions, their comments, and then also their direction, their leadership sometimes even, or most of all, prayer. Okay, here's a last struggle, right? I threw in that one there, but here's the last struggle, and it dealt with kind of today. There's the struggle of breakfast grapefruit, but I had that yesterday, versus homemade Rice Krispie treats, or even homemade, we made cocoa pebbles like Rice Krispie treats that way. And so the struggle was very real, and Rice Krispie treats won that struggle. I'm just admitting it. Now we go back to that, back up to that swimming trunk thing. Okay, the Rice Krispies won, and so get bigger swim trunks. Obviously, you can overcome the struggle of writer's block. Obviously, because I wrote this segment, and so I overcame that blank page. I also, when I talked up ahead about the sometimes sermons block and stuff like that, well, guess what? The sermon's already in the works on the paper already, and so that block is overcome also. Which then brings me to your question. What is your big struggle, and how do you plow through it? Now, closing time. In 1 hour, we are having our new time of our Bible study. So for those who are joining via Zoom or coming here in person, it is at 2 p.m. on the Pacific Coast out here, way out by Marina Del Rey. It is 2 p.m. In 1 hour, we are doing our Zoom Bible study. I'm so grateful having you guys join me in my Hello Again Wednesday segments. As always, be sure and fill out the comments of your stories and how you plow through them on your struggles. Be sure and give the Facebook thumbs up or the YouTube thumbs up or whatever it is for liking and subscribing and following. And that way you always know every Wednesday when I am on live. Thanks for being with me, and I will see you next week.